Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Canal Sesenta Nueve Noticias. For those of you who want to know why the name is in Spanish but nothing else is in the show in Spanish, just realize how I pronounce that name. We're coming back at you. I know it's been a while and people have been asking for it, but had to take some time off for personal things. But we have two news stories today that are really gonna knock you out. One of them, we were originally only had one news story, but we just had breaking news about something that just happened last night. And it has to do with controversy. It has to do with sexism. And as you know, sleaze sells. In case you didn't know, reports of actors and acts of sexism, acts of demeaning people have been all the rage for over a year now. And everyone is on board to jump on to call someone else sexist. And we have got the news right here, of course. So let's just go to our newest newscaster, Kolon Lizard, with this late breaking news report. Kolon? Thank you for that intro, Dan. Yes, my name is Kolon Lizard, and I'm here as a new news reporter. As you can tell, I'm a YouTube news reporter. You can tell because I have my technology in my hand and I'm standing behind the screen, or in front of a screen. That would be really weird if I was standing behind it. Anyway, yes. Right now, it looks like the latest news is that as of yesterday, David Letterman has been accused of not only sexist actions, but of offending several of our, not only his co-workers, his audience, and just about everyone in general who likes to be offended by things. Yeah, this is late breaking as of last night. But to deter himself from what's going on, Letterman has also released a report, and it's actually going to be read by his PR agent, who we're going to be going live to in a moment, so this is kind of weird. As we all know, David Letterman was the host of Late Night Talk Show for decades. And he retired a couple of years ago. And it looks like these accusations are coming out now, especially with this very big push towards the Me Too movement and women coming out and accusing people without any facts of harassment and things like that. And of course, men being guilty without being proven to be guilty, because right now the court of public opinion is strong with them. So we're waiting for them to cue up the mic. Also as well, it's come in a time and age where a lot of people are being offended for use of verbiage. They think we need to clear out things, and apparently David Letterman has offended a bunch of people. But we're not quite clear why. I believe he's ready, so let's send it over to David Letterman's press guy by the name of Just Anyone. Good day, everyone. My name is Just Anyone, and I'm here to read a handwritten statement from Mr. Letterman himself. This is his very words in reaction to the outcry about all the allegations that came from last night. So, I'm very sorry to everyone that was hurt, put or bullied or offended by my last name. I've never meant to do anything like that to anyone, and hope you accept my deepest and heartfelt apology. And I want to fix the error of my ways. I know I can't fix the past, but I hope that I can make the future a better place. So as of today, I'm changing my name to David Letterperson, and CBS has agreed to redub all episodes of the Late Night Show with my new branding. And with that, let us begin the healing. The reason Mr. Letterperson couldn't be here right now is because he's actually at the office changing his last name. There will be no questions at this time. Another statement will be made later in the week once his name is official and he feels ready to face the world. Like Mr. Letterperson said, we are very sorry for any inconvenience, and I hope that we can continue to move on from there. That's all. No questions. Goodbye. How do I react to that news story? You heard it here first, people. David Letterman has now officially changed his name to David Letterperson. Think of the impact that this can have on this society. Finally, people can no longer be offended by a person's name. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little hot under the collar. I don't know what to say. I didn't see that press release coming. I didn't see that speech coming. I did like the fact that they threw in the announcement that CBS is going to spend the extra hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars to re-edit all the old late shows to include David Letterperson. That is not only a lot of time and commitment for an issue that is not an issue, that shows some gumption. So let's throw it back to you, Daniel, and what do you have to say about this topic? Thank you very much, Kolon Lizard, for that news report. Welcome to the family. And by the way, you realize you're named after the part of your body that shit builds up in, right?
Fuck you!
Yes, thank you very much for that comment. So yeah, you heard it here. Apparently people were so offended because David Letterman's name had man in it that he decided to change his name to David Letterperson, a very non-offensive name. Next up, people, manhole covers will now be called people hole covers because we don't want to offend any of you people out there who like to get offended by nonsensical shit like this. Seriously, this couldn't have been less of an issue if you wanted to call, I don't know, air. Jesus Christ. Anyway, for all you people who felt offended or felt discriminated or felt that David was sexist because of his last name being his last name, I hope you enjoyed this news story, and I can't wait for the next piece of garbage that you complain about. I can't wait for the next thing when you come along and tell us, well, a sponge shouldn't be called a sponge. Why is it that a man has to go into the men's restroom and a woman has to go into a woman's restroom? It's coming. Well, technically it actually already is here with transgender people. But anyway, let's not get to that stuff. But yeah, for all you people who were offended by his name, now you got it. Now you can move on to the next thing where you will waste your time, my time, everyone else's time, the world's time. Meanwhile, just so you know, if you want to, you can meet the rest of us back in reality, because in case you didn't know, cancer still kills, there's no cure for AIDS, and world war is still all over the place. And let's not even mention racism, real racism. Not just because he had a black leather coat on and I had a black blazer on. Anyway, just so you know, before we get to our next news story, we have sponsors now. We have sponsors. So let's go to this law firm. Oh, hi there, my friend. My name is Brian Buller, and I'm here to speak to you about the law offices of lying and cheating. That's right, the law offices of lying and cheating. Have you ever wanted to sue someone? Do you want to sue someone? Do you have a frivolous lawsuit? Do you have a lawsuit that people are telling you you have no right on with? Please give us a call at the number below. Once again, the law offices of lying and cheating. We don't care what cases we take. We take them all, baby. I know who I'm calling the next time I'm suing someone. Considering I just literally came from court 2 days ago. Where the hell were you people at? Anyway, on to our next topic, which actually was going to be the only topic originally, but it got bumped back because we had to do that hard-hitting news about someone changing their last name because it has their gender in it. So today, We are going to, next up, we're going to be talking about the whole controversy with the WWE and their latest tour of Saudi Arabia called the Crown Jewel. Let's go to my old friend, Earl Sega. Thank you for that pitch, Daniel. Yeah, so it looks like earlier in the year, the WWE signed a big 10-year deal to do several shows in Saudi Arabia. The first one, which already happened early in the year, called the Greatest Royal Rumble. Supposedly this is going to equal millions of dollars. The further it progressed, the first show, the Greatest Royal Rumble, drew got like around $48 million for that one appearance. The next one is supposed to be smaller because it's going to be in a smaller venue. It looks like the Prince of Saudi Arabia is the one who's really pushed for this, and he's trying to convey to the world how Saudi Arabia is becoming more liberal and becoming more open and changing with the times that we're in. Yes, the first show for the WWE there was a glorified house show, and at times felt like a commercial for the Saudi Arabian tourism. And so there was that. The next show coming up, WWE is actually kind of not promoting it as calling it coming from Saudi Arabia like they did the first one. This one they're just more calling it the Crown Jewel, with leaving out any mention of Saudi Arabia so far in the build for it. It's about a couple of weeks away, 2 weeks away. So there's that. As we all know, yes, as you mentioned previously, there was a reporter who was killed in Turkey. And it seems that it was by Saudi Arabian people. Once again, that's what we believe. It hasn't been proven. It hasn't been taken to court. This is, once again, public, just people surmising and people going with public opinion. And of course, nowadays we do know the court of public opinion is actually more important than an actual courtroom setting. How did we get here again? Anyway, so there's that. So a lot of companies have been pushing back on the WWE, including not really advertisers yet, but just like regular media people, the wrestling news people online. If you go onto any websites, they're complaining that WWE needs to call out, get out of this. While the talent for the WWE have expressed the points that they think they shouldn't be going out of it. Randy Orton has come out and said he believes that they should continue with the show, regardless of what happened over there. JBL has come out and actually specifically stated, look what happens with Cuba when you isolate a country, you leave them impoverished. And that is true. By isolating a country, you leave them the chance that they have to fend for their own, and this is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave and whatnot. Welcome everyone with open arms. So yeah, I kind of think they need to go as well. They're fulfilling their commitment. They signed a contract. And one of the things that everyone seems to be forgetting is the fact that it's not illegal to deal with Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry. They're not doing anything illegal. They're not doing anything immoral. They weren't part of the hit. Doesn't matter whether you dislike the Saudi Arabian politics there and what they do to the people. It's not illegal. And the U.S. is doing the most legal thing they can do. They're making money. Not only are they making money, they're making hands over fists full of money. So I really don't get the whole, talking point. This should be fairly easy. Something happened, yeah, something always happens somewhere. You're not going to tell someone, you're not going to tell the NFL not to go play a game of football in Europe because something happened in Europe. You're not going to tell baseball not to go to Japan to play the opening day again for like the 7th year in a row. You're just not going to do that. I understand people don't like what happens in Saudi Arabia, but that's their business. America, let's do something that Americans need to learn to do. Mind their own business. We have our own issues. Let's deal with those first. And getting the hell out of here. Thank you for that intro, Daniel. Yes, so I have my own opinions on this whole WWE Saudi Arabia fiasco that's going on right now. What the hell is this fiasco about? For real, let's talk about this really easily, really simply, and really American. I'm gonna speak to you as American as it gets, or else I'm gonna have to fucking hit you with a fucking bat. Let's go with this right now. One, as Earl Sega said, hell kind of name is that? It's not illegal to deal with the Saudi Arabian people, okay? Get over it, people. Until it is illegal, WWE is doing nothing wrong. Two, they are not a political company. They are a company out there to make money. Last time I checked, we are a capitalist society. What's more capitalist than making fucking money? Did everyone forget about that during all this non-hysterical hysteria? Seriously, WWE said, I'm going to give you my goods and services, and you're going to give us lots of money. What the hell is un-American about taking it? Two, this is freaking sports. Sports and politics don't mix. Leave it alone. Three, forget about whether you like what they do or not. Going back to number one, we are still a capitalist nation. Making money equals capitalism. Four, what the fuck? Did anyone watch the World's Greatest Royal Rumble? Seriously, that was a pile of shit. The only thing anyone will ever remember from that show is Titus O'Neil tripping and falling underneath the ring. Think about it for a minute. Can you remember anything else from that show? No! What the hell? What's more American than giving out a faulty product and taking all your money? It's not that difficult, fucking people. Five is the best because it combines issues with part 4 and part 3. What says America more than giving you a shitty product, taking all your money, and laughing all the way to the fucking bank? Seriously, people. Think about it for a second. Think about it. What? Okay, we got some footage from John Oliver, who's, I don't know who the fuck he is. Apparently he's some guy who has a show on HBO. He has some interesting comments that Daniel wants me to see. So let's see what John Oliver has to say about this situation. Let's go to the videotape.
Year deal with one of the most popular and most American franchises there is, World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE. They held their first of many events there back in April, and audiences around the world were treated to wall-to-wall propaganda about the new Saudi Arabia, including a video showing women happily driving, men dancing, and tourist destination beauty shots, as well as constant excited compliments throughout the broadcast.
For the first time, WWE bringing an event of this magnitude to Saudi Arabia. This vibrant, progressive city, our host tonight. It's all part, of course, of the Saudi Vision 2030. King Abdullah Sports City Stadium just got on its feet. That area has been reserved for the Saudi royal family, the House of Saud.
I want to send a genuine thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Wow. It seems that WWE is as overtly pro-Saudi Arabia as it is latently homoerotic, which is to say, intensely.
What the fuck was that, and what the hell was that fucking supposed to mean? Whoa. Let's unpack what John Oliver just said. First of all, he wanted American business not to do country with a business that America has business with. Yes, I understand the whole thing about women not driving. That's fine. That's liberal rights. This isn't about liberal rights. This is about making money. Once again, going back to point number 1. We're capitalists, you asshole. Second of all, holy fucking shit, Batman. Are you fucking homophobically stupid? Not only is he homophobically stupid, he's stupid about the business of actual fighting. How the fuck do you compare pro wrestling to homoeroticism in this fucking day and age? If there's anything, those fucking douchebags who want to take away David Letterman's name, if they're not on top of this shit, they should be boiled in oil and have the fat sold for soap. Holy shit. And not only was the joke not funny, not only did he prove that he's homophobic because he's calling homoerotica a bad thing, and for everyone in that crowd, if there was a crowd and that wasn't a laugh track, I hope you all fucking bleed horrible deaths in front of your family. Alright, let's break down how stupid this joke is. 1. Once again, capitalism. 2. The word homoerotic as if it's a bad thing. Once again, this is 2018. Why are you using homoerotic as an insult to anyone? Come on! Very much liberal John Oliver. Even you should see, even you in your myopic point of view should be able to see how stupid that is. The next point. You show Shinsuke Nakamura putting AJ Styles in a I believe it's a triangle choke. And that's when you decide to break out your homophobic remark. That is a real jiu-jitsu move, you fucking douchebag. That is a move people use in MMA to knock people the fuck out and make them tap out. And for you to make that comment in front of that picture just proves how stupid you are. Holy fucking shit, Batman. Somebody actually watches this fucking douchebag asshole motherfucker for a living. I think, and once again, this is Angry Dan speaking, I think if we really want to teach this guy a lesson, what we do is we take him into an MMA gym or even a pro wrestling gym. Have him make that remark. I guarantee you, the only one who be sucking cock is be him. Because these motherfuckers will twist him in 3 pieces like a pretzel. And the only thing he'll be blowing is himself. Fuck you, John Oliver. Fuck anyone who thinks his opinion was funny or even enjoyable. And come to think of it, fuck everyone. So let's get this straight. Let's forget this douchebag for a minute. I have not heard one reason, other than the fact that they supposedly killed someone who's a U.S. person in Turkey, but everyone's saying, oh, they're wrong to take the money. Once again, capitalism. Let me make it real easy for you, real simple for you. If I was to tell you, I will give you millions of dollars, you provide me with a crap product, I will applaud you, and we will continue this for another 9 years. You would have to take it, or else you would need some fucking serious mental help. That's all I have to say for now. Yeah, we're actually going back to Daniel. Thanks for that stirring speech to Angry Dan. To surmise it, yes, we understand that they killed an American journalist, supposedly, most likely. But at the same time, the U.S. hasn't filed any action against Saudi Arabia. And Dan brought up a good point. What's more American than taking someone's money and giving them a terrible product? And at the same time, he also brought up a good point about it's not, you're just doing the American thing. We're capitalists. At the end of the day, we do capitalism. All we care about is money. So, just look at who our president is, that we the people have elected. So I don't care one way or the other. I'm not going to watch the show. I barely watch the WWE, so it's kind of surprising that I'm actually defending them in this setting. But they're not doing anything wrong. And for all the people who want to be morally against this, there's two things you can do. Cancel your WWE subscription, because that's the only place it's being shown on the network. And two, every time you gas up your car, your war wagon, ask them where did they get their oil from. Because up to 80% of America's oil is from Saudi Arabia. So in essence, you buying their oil is no worse than what WWE's did. WWE's just taking advantage of them. You're giving them money while profiting nothing but yourself. You're the one getting something out of it. So if you really want to go away from all of this, stop buying their oil. Cancel your WWE subscription. That's how you protest them. Not telling someone else not to take money, because I guarantee you, if I gave you the chance to make that money, you would take it all the time. Don't be a hypocrite. Alright? They always say the easiest lessons are the lessons you should always keep with you are the easiest lessons. That's the lesson. Don't be a hypocrite. If I was to give you that deal the WWE is taking, you would never say no. I'm telling you right now, you're a hypocrite right now because you're buying their gas. You're helping them. You're fueling them. Saudi Arabia is doing it the other way around. They're fueling the WWE. WWE can leave at any time. Saudi Arabia leaves us right now. I guarantee you that stupid ass SUV that you have in your car that takes, 10 gallons to a half a block won't be going that damn far. That's how you protest. That's how you make change. If you really believe in your cause, do something about it. Complaining that the WWE is making money while you're giving Saudi Arabia your money, you're not helping. You're part of the problem. So, we have one more commercial break before we just wrap everything up. So, let's go to our next sponsor. Yeah, everyone, thanks. I have no idea what that product was. Thanks everyone for joining us for another news story filled day. Hopefully we have another one of these up coming soon and with some more guests. What did you think of what we covered today? We covered the David Letterman scandal. I'm sorry. I have to get used to it. I don't want you people to call me sexist. Because if there's anything I love me some women. If you don't believe me, okay, but yeah, what do you think about the whole scandal with David Letterperson's name and people finding his name offensive and people who find things like that offensive? Let me know in your comments below. Also, let me know what you think about the WWE and Saudi Arabia thing. Do you believe we should, or the company should not take their money, use and abuse them and leave them high and dry with nothing? Or do you want to be on the other side and be outraged that WWE is doing what this country is supposed to do, is make money, the land of opportunity. Have we forgotten? And shouldn't do business with them because they're mean people. Just remember, don't fill up your tanks with their oil. Yeah, that's it for today. I'm glad we covered these topics. I want to thank all our news anchors, our new one, Kolon Lizard. I want to thank Earl Sega. I even want to thank Angry Dan because he brought to light some interesting points of view. He did it in his own special way, but he did it. Yeah, that's it for now. Like, subscribe, let us know what you think in the comments below. And this is Daniel Rodriguez, and thank you very much for joining us for another news segment, and bye.